Hello, everyone, and blessed be God, because we're getting our air conditioners in the new air conditioners in the church before we hit 100 degrees this year. God is so good to us, and so I want to make that really clear to you. I want to give you some information on all that air conditioning. That's been a huge project. We've had a lot of expenses this year. This has been one of those years where we're still doing okay. I would like to say we're doing good, but I think the finance council for the parish would get a little upset if I keep saying we're doing good. We're doing okay, and that's thanks to your generosity, and it's thanks to those of you that have either pledged or made a contribution to the capital campaign. And we'll be talking more about that as we get ready to start building the new rectory. But the air conditioning is the thing I want to talk about today, as we basically finish that piece, that first piece of our capital campaign. Just so you know, we have spent during this year, before we got the new air conditioners, we spent over $17,000 just in replacements and repairs on all of our old units. That's a lot of money, and that's why I decided we're not going to keep spending that kind of money. Let's get these. We knew we were going to do it, so let's get these new units ordered. So what we've done is we spent $9,000 replacing an air conditioning unit here in the main offices, and then the air conditioners, the 5 small air conditioners for the vestibule, the sacristies, all the small buildings, the small rooms, in the main church. There's 6 of those, and that was basically $55,000 for 6 units, small units. And then the big units, the 20-ton and the 50-ton units. Those are the ones that are being put in actually this week and they're in now, but they aren't fully connected. They're in the process of doing all the connections, making sure everything's good. That's over $276,000 for those 2 units, and for bringing them in here and putting them in. We still have probably about $34,000 in engineering fees that will come to us that we still have to pay. That's a big hunk of cash that we've had to put out, but it's improving our systems. Of course, the expectation is that these new units are much more efficient, and so utility bills should begin to drop, and maybe even significantly, I hope. Also, we've already received 1 rebate because of the 6 units that we put in the church, and now we're expecting another nice size rebate once we finish putting in the 2 big units. So this is the cost of keeping this place running efficiently and running well. So, and to keep you comfortable. So I wanted to update you on all of that, because that's part of what we're doing right now. And it'll be great to get this finished, and then be ready to start on the rectory. And that's doing pretty good. We're almost finished. In fact, I have a meeting this week with the building committee, and we'll have a better idea of when we can break ground. So that's all coming up pretty soon. But I'll be talking to you more about that in the future. I would remind you, and this is just kind of a pastoral thing, but I would remind you that we have new air conditioners. That's going to mean it'll take us a while to figure out how to use those air conditioners. In other words, this is not like a house where we can just quickly and easily turn it up and turn it down. And so, especially for the big church, it takes a long time because of the high ceilings and stuff. it takes a long time to cool that back down if it warms up. That means we're going to have to figure out how to set the temperatures and the timing on it for all of our different masses. So I'm asking your patience. Please don't say, oh, it's freezing in the church, or we just got these new air conditioners, it's too hot. Because it's going to take some time for us to learn how these air conditioners work in that building. So I'm just asking you to be a little patient with us, but to understand that's a good if it's a problem. I hope it's not. But if it's a problem, it's a good problem to have. So I want to thank you for all that you've done to allow us to do this. We still have more to do, not on the air conditioning. We still have to fix the roof of the church. There's a couple leaks, and I'm hoping that we're able to fix, there's some wear and tear on the outside of the church. And while we have people here working on the rectory, I'm hoping we can get those things fixed too, but that'll be extra cost. So all those things we're looking at down the road. We start our new fiscal year on July 1st. This year finishes June 30th. We're going to finish, even with all these expenses, we're going to finish okay. And I will report all that to you once we get the final numbers in July or in early August. I want to thank you again for all you do. It's wonderful to see things kind of coming alive. The staff is working really hard, not just on finishing up this year, but also in planning for next year. And we're in the process of budgeting for next year. So all kinds of things happening. I'll keep you informed as much as I can, but I did want you to know, we've talked about these air conditioners for a while, but I wanted you to know that it's a significant amount of money. Probably we're talking, if I just very roughly, we're talking in the area of $400,000 this year in air conditioning, just in air conditioning. But we live in Arizona. That's an important expense, and so we're taking care of it for you. Or actually, you're taking care of it for yourselves. And I thank you for making that possible. Take care. God bless. And by the way, since I won't be here this weekend, happy Mother's Day to all of your mothers. I wish I could be here with you, but I will be at the graduation ceremonies for Northern Arizona University this weekend. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.